Welcome, history enthusiasts and truth seekers, to a journey like no other. Today, we delve deep into the mysteries of the past, from the enigmatic Great Sphinx to the ancient migrations of the Americas. Prepare to uncover hidden truths and explore the uncharted territories of history. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss an episode of our captivating historical adventures. Join us as we question conventional wisdom and unveil the secrets of our ancient world. Are you ready? Let's embark on this extraordinary journey together. In the realm of history and archaeology, there are enigmas that continue to captivate our curiosity and challenge conventional wisdom. One such enigma is the Great Sphinx of Egypt, an ancient marvel that has guarded its secrets for millennia. According to conventional wisdom, the Sphinx is believed to be around 4,500 years old, a relic of the Old Kingdom of Egypt. However, recent evidence has emerged, suggesting that this majestic structure may be far older, shrouded in a history that predates the known dynasties of the pharaohs. The Great Sphinx's gaze and Anunnaki connection. The Great Sphinx of Egypt, with its enigmatic countenance, gazes precisely eastward, welcoming the rising sun along the 30th parallel. In ancient times, it was believed to welcome not only the sun but also the Anunnaki gods as they purportedly landed at their spaceport in the Sinai Peninsula. The Sphinx's role extended beyond celestial greetings. It was also believed to guide the deceased pharaohs to an afterlife, where their Ka, or spirit, joined the gods in heavenly ascents. In between these divine encounters, the Sphinx may have witnessed the departure of the great god Thoth, accompanied by his followers, setting sail to become counted among the first Americans. Challenging the established narrative. For the past 50 years, mainstream archaeological consensus has held that the Clovis artifacts discovered in New Mexico, dating back 11,500 years, were created soon after the first Americans crossed the Bering Land Bridge. However, any challenge to this consensus has met with fierce resistance. The primary argument against an earlier human presence in the Americas revolves around the belief that prehistoric people lacked the maritime technology required for transoceanic crossings. The age of the Sphinx and unconventional evidence. Similar to the skepticism surrounding the early American presence, the age of the Great Sphinx has faced resistance from the scientific community. In October 1991, Dr. Robert M. Schoch, a Boston University geologist, presented groundbreaking evidence suggesting that the Sphinx was carved out of native rock long before the dynasties of the pharaohs. This assertion was based on meteorological studies, seismic surveys, and the analysis of weathering patterns around the Sphinx. Dr. Schoch's research indicated that the Sphinx's construction likely began between 10,000 BC and 5,000 BC, during a period when Egypt experienced wetter climatic conditions. This conclusion challenged the conventional narrative of ancient Egypt's technological capabilities and the timeline of its civilization's development. The resistance to rewrite history. The revelation of the Sphinx's potentially ancient origins was met with resistance and disbelief. Many Egyptologists rejected the geological evidence, citing that it contradicted everything known about ancient Egypt. They argued that the technology required for such an advanced construction could not have existed during the proposed time frame. The absence of evidence for an advanced civilization in Egypt between 7,000 and 5,000 BC was presented as a final argument against re-evaluating the Sphinx's age. According to skeptics, the people of that era were mere hunters and gatherers who lacked the technological prowess and social organization to undertake such a monumental construction project. Exploring extraterrestrial involvement. In response to these logical arguments, one is compelled to invoke a different narrative: the intervention of the Anunnaki. While not everyone is ready to cross the threshold into the realm of extraterrestrial assistance, the evidence increasingly points in that direction. The Anunnaki, if they indeed played a role, would offer a plausible explanation for the Sphinx's advanced construction. The antiquity of man and the Americas. Similar reluctance to accept new evidence and re-evaluate established narratives extends to the antiquity of human civilizations in the Americas. The discovery of stone tools and archaeological sites in Clovis, New Mexico, initially supported the theory of a migration from Asia over the Bering Land Bridge around 12,000 years ago. However, as linguistic research, genetic tracebacks, and new investigative tools emerged in the 1980s, a different picture began to emerge. Evidence suggested that humans arrived in the Americas approximately 30,000 years ago, potentially through multiple migrations and via coastal routes instead of an ice bridge. Two significant archaeological sites, Monte Verde in Chile and Pedra Ferrada in Brazil, challenged the Clovis first hypothesis by dating human occupation to much earlier periods. These sites offer compelling evidence for a more complex and ancient human presence in the Americas. The maritime hypothesis. As the evidence mounts, it becomes evident that the traditional narrative of human migration to the Americas solely via the Bering Land Bridge no longer holds. Anthropologists at the Arctic Research Center of the Smithsonian Institution propose that early Americans were maritime people who sailed to the Americas using rafts or skin boats, reaching the southern shores where conditions were more hospitable. Other theories even suggest Pacific crossings via islands in Australia. Who possessed the technology? The question that arises is, who possessed the technology required for transoceanic travel thousands of years ago? The answer, in both the case of the Sphinx and the prehistoric migration to the Americas, points to the Anunnaki. They may have not only enabled transoceanic voyages but also guided early humans, on the wings of eagles, to new lands, as described in biblical texts. Myth, legends, and astronomical clues. The latest archaeological discoveries lend credence to ancient memories categorized as myths and legends. These tales often speak of multiple migrations, predominantly from across the seas, and frequently involve numbers like 7 and 12. These numbers transcend mere numerical symbolism, they hold clues to astronomical knowledge and connections with the Old World. Nahuatl tribes of central Mexico. One of the most well-preserved cycles of legends originates from the Nahuatl tribes of central Mexico, particularly the Aztecs. According to their oral traditions and codices, their ancestors migrated from Aztlán, associated with the number 7. Aztlán was depicted as having 7 caves or 7 temples, often surrounding a central step pyramid. These legends tell of a sea journey guided by a deity with a seeing eye symbol. The Aztecs eventually settled in Tenochtitlan, which bears similarities to the biblical narrative of Enoch's city. These connections between ancient cultures across continents raise intriguing questions about shared knowledge and influences. Andean myths and deluge. In the Andean region of South America, legends do not recount pre-diluvial migrations but instead speak of arrivals by sea following a great deluge. Notably, these legends mention Namelap, a legendary leader associated with the sea crossing. The artifacts of Namelap. A remarkable artifact, a golden relic, found in Bogotá, Colombia, depicts Namelap and his entourage aboard a balsa wood raft. Their story suggests a deep understanding of the calendar and a pantheon of 12 gods. This reflects a solar-lunar calendar, akin to the Sumerian system. The artifact's symbolism, such as 2 stone columns and a circle of 12 pillars, draws parallels with ancient cultures worldwide. Stone objects and calendrical computers. In Peru, stone objects resembling calendrical computers have been discovered. These objects feature peg holes or indentations that, according to Fritz Buck, indicate a connection to the calendar of the Mayas of Mexico and Guatemala. This suggests that northern parts of the Andean lands had close contact with Mesoamerican cultures. Diverse cultural influences. Over time, the dominant cultural influence in the Andean region was associated with Tiahuanacu, centered around Lake Titicaca. This influence is evident in numerous clay and metal objects bearing the image of Viracocha, akin to the symbols seen in the ancient Near East. The widespread symbolism of stairways. A recurring symbol in Andean artifacts is the stairway, similar to those found in Egypt and the ancient Near East. This symbol often represents a seeing eye tower. These observations, combined with celestial symbols linked to Tiahuanacu, indicate a shared astronomical knowledge that transcended cultures and continents. The mysteries of the Great Sphinx and the prehistoric migration to the Americas challenge established historical narratives. Evidence suggests that both were influenced by advanced knowledge and potentially extraterrestrial intervention. As we unravel the enigmas of our ancient past, we find interconnected threads that span the globe, linking cultures and civilizations in ways previously unimaginable. The exploration of these mysteries invites us to reconsider our understanding of history, the capabilities of ancient civilizations, and the potential influences of beings beyond our world. It is a journey of discovery that promises to reshape our perception of human history and our place in the cosmos. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the mysteries of history. We hope you enjoyed today's exploration of the Great Sphinx and the ancient migrations of the Americas. If you found this episode as fascinating as we did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow history enthusiasts. Stay connected with us on social media for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and more captivating history. And remember, the quest for knowledge knows no bounds. Keep seeking, keep learning, and keep exploring the wonders of our past. Join us in our next episode as we unravel even more ancient mysteries. Until then, take care and keep embracing the allure of history. See you next time.